Alright, so I've been getting lots of comments recently of people asking me how I make so much money in Skyblock, so I decided to figure the answer out. Now I could just say go grind summoning eyes like everybody else, but I grinded summoning eyes a hell of a lot in the past, and it's so boring, so I'm not going to tell you guys to do that. So I went and tried to look for some more money making methods that would actually stay consistent. Now I had some ideas and I tried them, but none of them really worked, and they were all pretty inconsistent, or they didn't make that much money at all. Then I decided to try with Slayer quests. So a lot of people do Slayer quests just for the Slayer XP and for the drops you can get from it and so on. However, very few people actually do it for money. I decided to go and test out how much money I actually make from the different Slayer quests by doing 1 hour of every single Slayer, using potions and Magic Find 4 and so on. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to tally up how much money we made, what we spent, and if any of these methods actually make a good amount of money. Now, before I get started, I'm just going to let you guys know that if every single one of you guys subscribed, I would have had like 97,000 subscribers by now, and I don't. So, go ahead and click that red button down there, and yeah. Alright, so I just finished the final boss. There is still a couple seconds on the timer, but there's no point starting a boss now to just, not be able to finish it in time anyway. Alright, so next up is Tarantula Slayer. For this I'm going to be using a pretty simple setup. I'm going to be using this Tarantula set that I borrowed from Dragon Boy, and a simple AOTD without anything really too special on it. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. So same setup, 2 more in the purse, and I'm going to have a timer on my phone, and I'm going to be using the same potions. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, now that Tarantula is done, it's time to kill Sven.
Oh, no.
So I have massive armor and a pooch sword, and I'm also going to be using the same potions that I used for everything else. I'm also going to have 2 mil in my purse, and I'm going to start the timer on my phone, then we're going to get started. Alright, so now that I've done 1 hour of every single Slayer, let's see what stuff we got. So I ended up doing a total of 23 Revenant tier 4s, 12 Tarantula tier 4s, and only 8 Sven tier 4s. Now obviously Sven and Tarantula are a lot slower to do than Revenant, but that also means that we ended up spending a lot more money in Revenant in the hour than we did on the other bosses. So now it's time to see how much money we made from each of them and to see if any of them are actually profitable. So this is all the stuff that we got from the Revenant Slayer. We only got 4 foul flesh, which kinda sucked. We also got pretty lucky and got one of these Revenant catalysts, although they're not that useful to be honest. We got 1 pestilence rune, which also doesn't sell for that much, but it's nice to have, I guess. So now it's time to look at how much this actually sells for. So the rotten flesh and the foul flesh sold for only 100,000 coins, which isn't really that much. And here we can see that these Revenant catalysts sell for, I'm going to go ahead and say 95k. This one's at 76k, this one's at 115k. So I'm going to go and say 95k. Now Revenant Flesh seems to sell for about 5k or so. This one is selling for 30k for some reason, I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and say an average of like 6k coins. Now we do have 28 stacks, and 28 times 6 is 168, meaning the Revenant Flesh sells for about 1 mil coins, if we get like good decent bids on all of them, meaning the Revenant Flesh sells for about 168k coins, which is pretty horrible considering we spent like 1.2 mil on the Slayer, and even after you add the money that you get from the rest of the items, it's still way lower. Alright, so from Tarantula we did get a bunch of random strings. We got some runes as well, but I'm not going to count these as these don't really have anything to do with the Slayers themselves. We did get 3 bite runes, which is nice because these are actually a rare drop from the spiders. We also got 62 toxic arrow poison, which is pretty good. And we got just over 13 stacks of tarantula web. Now selling all the string only made us like 4.3k, so that doesn't really matter. Selling the toxic arrow poison gives us 124k, which is pretty good. Now the bite runes seem to sell for about 5k coins, so I'm going to go ahead and say 15k for all 3. Tarantula web seems to be selling for prices that are all over the place. So you can see this one is going for 45k, this is going for this went for 25k, this went for 35k, and there's ones here with like a few seconds left that have no bids in them for 500 coins, which is really weird. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say like 25k average, because that seems to be what most of them are going for. Although, again, this one is like 575 coins, and it's like, what? So yeah, it's really weird, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on here with all the prices, but yeah. Either way, I know they used to sell for at least like 20k per stack, so I'm going to go ahead and say 20k. Because we did see some go for like double that. That would mean that these 13 stacks are worth about 260k. So that means we made around 400k, but we did spend 600k on the bosses themselves. So we actually ended up losing 200k, which obviously shows that Tarantula Web alone isn't really that good of a method. Now next up is the Wolf Slayer. We really didn't get that many things from this. We got a total of 9 stacks of wolf teeth and 4 hamster reels. Now this is because Wolf Slayer takes a lot longer than the rest of the Slayers. But let's still see how much we actually spent and how much we made from it. Now wolf teeth seem to sell from around 46k down to like 33k. So I'm going to go ahead and say an average of like 40k. And if we do 9 times 40k, then that means that all of these would sell for around 360k. Now we can also sell these 4 hamster wheels to the NPC for 80k. And that puts us at around 440k. Now considering we spent 400k and only made 460k, this also didn't seem like that good of a money making method because we only made 60k coins in that entire hour. However, there is one more thing that I want to mention. So crafting items into their upgraded form and selling them that way does make a lot more money than just selling them normally. So what I mean by this is making wolf teeth into golden teeth, making tarantula web into tarantula silk, and making Revenant Flesh into Revenant Viscera. Now golden teeth sell for around 160k each, as you can see here, which is quite a lot. And to make 1 golden tooth, you need 2 stacks of wolf teeth, as well as 32 enchanted gold. Now, buying 32 enchanted gold from the NPC would only cost around 25k, and it would only take like a minute. Right, so the value of 2 stacks of gold teeth and 32 enchanted gold is around 100k, meaning that by simply spending 1 extra minute to get a couple of enchanted gold, you can increase the money you make by around 60k per 2 stacks. Now, if the original amount of money that we made was 60k, and each of these 2 stacks equate to an extra 60k, that means that we made 280k in the hour, plus like a few minutes of getting enchanted gold. So tarantula silk seems to sell for around 100k each, and crafting a tarantula silk costs 40k in tarantula web and 30k in flint, meaning that's a total of 70k. So initially the 30k increase doesn't seem like that much. However, first of all, you're only spending like a minute to get an extra 30k, so it's worth it anyway. Also considering how many of the tarantula webs that we saw earlier were selling for only like 500 coins, making it into tarantula silk definitely guarantees that you're not going to lose money from it. Now next up is the Revenant Flesh. So like I said earlier, we have 28 stacks of Revenant Flesh here. Now buying 32 enchanted string will cost you around 50k coins. And Revenant Viscera sells for 150 to 200k coins. Now I think 200k is slightly on the higher end, so I'm going to go with 150k. Now considering a stack of Revenant Flesh sells for around 5 to 10k on average, that means making one Revenant Viscera uses about 15 to 20k in Revenant Flesh, as well as 50k in string. Now this means that 70k in items creates 150k to 200k in profit, so by doing this you're more than doubling the amount of money that you made in the hour. Alright, so considering that you can make 1 to 1.3 mil, maybe a little bit more if you get lucky, within like 1.5 hours using Revenant Slayer, that is actually pretty good. It's a relatively similar amount to what you can get from grinding Summoning Eyes, and it is a lot better because you actually get a lot more combat XP, and you obviously get Slayer XP to level up your Slayers. Then you also have the chance of getting RNG drops, which you probably will get eventually. So all in all, I think this is a pretty good way to make money while you're playing, especially if you're really bored of grinding Summoning Eyes, because up until now, grinding Summoning Eyes was really the only way to make a lot of money really consistently. But yeah, this is pretty surprising because I was expecting like Wolf, Slayer, or Tarantula to win by far, but because of how much Revenant Viscera sells for, it like completely blows everything else out of the water, which is really cool in my opinion. Now if you get to level 7, it could even be more profitable to craft things like the zombie artifacts and sell those instead, because zombie artifacts sell for around 5 to 6 million coins, and they use like 48 Revenant Viscera, so crafting specific items like that could make you even more money. However, prices of that will fluctuate by quite a lot, so I'm not going to base this on that too much. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. In the next video I'm going to be one-shotting a tier 3 Revenant boss because you guys asked for it quite a lot in my last video. So be sure to subscribe so that you guys don't miss that. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
गावरान चिकन मसाला, चिकन लेग पीस.